And welcome back. Today we are going to add the new special card, the second one for our card game tutorial with Battle Grid. With this card we can basically play against one of the cards that the opponent is holding in the hand, and we can just destroy straight away the card before the opponent is able to play the card. So as usual, I've already created a simple image here for the card. And these are the information you need to write if you want to follow step-by-step the tutorial. Name, type, information, that's it. As usual, I increased by 1 the loop, so you're supposed to have 8, now you're supposed to have 9 in this loop. The usual loop to create some temporary robots. Now, for the tutorial, we can just go as usual on our event sheet board. And this time we go basically in this point here where we do the drag and drop like we worked the last time. So triple filter we have here, then card on drag and drop, and we need to change a little bit these conditions here. So basically at line 25, if you have exactly follow my tutorial step by step, you have this else here, and then we have if a card slot, if a slot number equals card slot, then set the position and so on. So before doing this, we need to change a little bit all this part here. Basically, we have this card is overlapping the time map, else something will come up. Now here we add the sub event after this else. We bring this up. So this sub event we need to add a new condition, cards compare instance variable name. So if this is equals to sabotage, there is a new card, then we're going to do all the action. So first of all, this sabotage here, I'm going to change this block as or. This in case in the future if you have other cards that is going to attack the player's hand, you want to make the other conditions here case by case with the name. So just in case in the future, just leave it or block. Then we need to add another sub event and says system pick all, and then we pick all the slots. We pick all the slots because before we filter the slot here. So now we don't need to consider this anymore, but we're going to take another slot, and we need to take in consideration the slot of the enemy that is holding the card that we want to target. So still here the same block, add another condition, and this time the slot compare instance variable pay number equals, as we have done at the time, 3 minus turn to select the player that is not having the turn now, so the opponent. And then again another condition about the slot card has to be different with 2 minus 1, because if the slot card is -1, it means there is no card in that slot. So if it's something like 0 more, it means that is the number of the robot or the card there is. So we want this different to -1 because we need to target a slot that is actually containing a card, not an empty slot. Then we have another condition as well. This time card is overlapping another object, and we want the card is overlapping slot. So we make sure that the target card is overlapping the slot, is not on the time map, is not on the deck, and so on. So this way we have a clear target. Then we're going to call the function special we add parameter as we did the last time, basically just rewriting card number. First parameter we're going to pass, second parameter is slot dot number, and then the third parameter card slot dot name. So as usual we pass this information. Now at this point we want to have an else, so press X to create the else, and we just copy this condition here. So if this condition is not true, so basically if the card Sabotage is not played on top of another card that is not on the slot of the opponent, then we send back again, like exactly copy these two lines here, we send back the card to its original position on our slot. Now this one is on the name equals Sabotage, and then this block here has to become else as well, so we can just copy this else, paste it here, and that's it. So if the card is not is drag and drop, is on the tile map, do all the usual thing. If it's not on the tile map and the card is a Sabotage, do activate the card, and so with the calling the special function. If the card is not the special card Sabotage, then go back, put back this card back to its original point. We need this condition to make sure to know where to send back the card. So I hope it's clear, shouldn't be too much complicated until now. So we are done here, and we go to the function special as we did the last video, and we're going to duplicate this condition with special name equals satellite attack, and then we change with the name of the new card, Sabotage. Okay, now at this point we need to change a little bit some information here. So first of all, we don't need this, but we need to make sure we target the slot and not the card, because the information we passed as a second parameter, parameter 1, is not the target card as a number of the card, but we just pass the information of the slot. So here, call special, we pass as a second information the slot number. So this is the only difference we done compared to the other time. If you see the other time, we just pass card number first parameter in both, then the information about the array map that was containing the card number, and the card name is the same, but rather than this one we're going to pass the number of the slot, so we know which slot we talk about. And we see I could create a 4 parameter. I don't want to just use another parameter just for this information, that's why I'm using the same parameter 1 for this case. So here basically we're going to add a new condition that is slot compare instance number of the slot has to be equals to target number. In addition, we need to write also that the slot compare instance variable player numbers has to be equals to 3 minus third, because this is going to filter out our slots. Because if you remember, in the slots here we have number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the only way to distinguish between this number 1 and this number 1 is the player number 1 and player number 2. So that's why we're going to add that other condition here, the second condition. Now we don't need this condition action anymore, so we can just get rid of it. Now we get rid also this condition. Actually we change this condition, so card, rather than compare hit points left, now we're going to compare card number if it's equal to slot dot card. So basically here we pass information on the slot, we select the proper slot, and then we check that the card that we're going to add all this information action here has to be the card that is stored in the slot as information. So it's the card that is equal, the card number has to be equal to the card that is stored in the slot. So we don't need anymore this array for this condition here, for this special card, so we can just get rid of it, and we can change, rather than unit lost, we can just say card lost, because we don't know if it's unit or whatever, or power up. So card lost, and then rather than target destroyed, we can say sabotage successful. Okay, then again we fade, we flash. Another thing important to do is to copy this condition here and bring it out here. So this is the slot of the target card, and with this condition we're going to empty that slot in the same way like we are going to empty the slot of the attacker card. So same thing like we did the last time. Now we're just going to save. I take the chance now to do a little bug fix. So I will just show what's the problem with the bug, and since this video is not too long, and then we can finish the video. So the problem with this, we have at the moment, just bring this inside, is if I get a special card, power, yeah. So when we have this card here, as you can see, if I go around the edges, I got the selector. So it's easy fix, we're going to do it now. By the way, I take the chance to say thank you very much to everyone that supports me on Patreon. If you want to join us on Patreon, there is a link in the description, and then you can help me to decide which kind of video you want to see, and participate. You can have a quick line of support from me if you need help with your game. Also, you can download a lot of free stuff from my asset template, depends on the tier you're supporting, or also the game I'm developing while they are work in progress. Okay, so for this bug fix here, we're going to do go on the condition where we drag the card. So we go back up. See, on drag and drop, card is dragging. So I don't remember if I just forgot last time or was just by mistake. Anyway, the condition we need to have is these 4 conditions here, where we have if and inside the card type equals robot, where if you remember we limit the position of the selector if it's not at the edge of the tile map. So we copy these 4 conditions, that's what we need. Then we close this one, and we apply this both to conversion. We put this after is overlapping tile map, and also we add this to the special card as well. So in this block here that we just created last video, and this should do the trick. So now we can save, and then we can test again. So we test this bug fix and also the new card we just created, of course. Let's do maybe debug layout so we can see if we have this special card, that is the card number 8. Okay, let's see first of all if we have a special card. No, as you can see, it's one of the 4 cards that are discarded, so we restart. It's good to know how to debug quickly rather than keep trying. Okay, as you can see, there is no card here. And if you enjoyed this series, by the way, please click like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. Activate the bell if you want to receive all the notifications about all my new videos that are coming out. And of course, you give me you help me a lot if you share this video around amongst your friends or anyone that think can be interested in this type of games. So now let's see. I want to get rid about the card of the enemy, card 17. So first of all, I just show that is not the bug fix. As you can see, the bug is fixed. There is not the selector anymore go around, so it doesn't matter what I'm dragging. This is fine because starting point. If I leave this special card here, the new one, anywhere where it's not supposed to be, doesn't do anything on the decks. It works only if I leave it on top, for example, the card 17. And if it doesn't work as now, it means we did a mistake. So let's have a quick look on the code. Okay, first of all, I'm going to check if we did misspelling. Sabotage, I'm writing Sabotage. In fact, it's only once, but we wrote twice actually. Sabotage. Sabotage. A good speller. Okay, let's fix it. Sabotage. And now it should work. Let's save. That's why I usually always need to take care about maybe copy and paste from the database here directly. I haven't done because I was trying to be a little bit quick. I recorded the video, but as you can see, it leads to mistakes. So always pay attention. Okay, there is no new card here. Let's restart. Okay. Even the best one make mistake, so I can make mistake as well. I don't know the best one. Okay, got the card here. Let's drop it directly on somewhere. Nothing here. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing on my cards. Let's try on the deck of the opponent, nothing. And finally on the card of the opponent, card lost. And that's it, sabotage successful. So, thank you again for staying with me until the end of the video. Sorry for this little bug, but as you can see, it's a common thing. It happens quite often. And I see you again for the next and last video. By the way, I take the chance to remember you that in the comment you can in the description of the video you can find the link to vote for the next series of video. I already program the one for the gamepad. It will be a very short one, but after you can decide what you want to see next. So go to Patreon. You can register for free. You don't need to pay anything if you don't want to support, but you have to register in order to vote, and then you can vote the next series of video you want me to create for you. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.